Hey my steez, and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Esther and you're on to Estelicious Corner. Hi guys, so I'm bringing you the other part of the previous video I uploaded. Yes, so in today's video we're going to be making our samosa filling. Yes guys, so you want to stay tuned and see all the process we went through. Before then, I will please urge you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and turn on post notification because I'm going to be answering some questions I've actually been getting, even offline, and with regards to the previous video I uploaded. So guys, you're gonna enjoy this, trust me. Let's go through the process. So it's time for us to make our samosa filling, and this time around I used a processed meat. If you've been watching my previous videos, you will know I like to do things myself. First and foremost, it saves cost. But because this production is so large and bulky, I decided to just make life easy for me. So I actually bought, minced meat from the superstore. And it was quite pricey if you ask me, because if I had done it myself, I won't spend up until that. Trust me, guys. So enjoy the process and let's see how our samosa filling came out at the end of the day. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please, and engage my other videos. Alright guys, enjoy. Okay, so for my mixed meat, because it's processed one already, what I did was to bring it out from the refrigerator and defrost it. Yes, and before using, I actually had to rinse thoroughly because I don't know for how long it has been in the refrigerator or in the freezer from the superstore where I got it from. So I rinsed it thoroughly, and I went ahead to season the mixed meat. Now this helps your samosa to have a very good taste if you season from the very onset. You can choose to just have your meat get ready before you start adding your seasoning, but for me, because it's meat, so you need to get the process right. So for my seasoning, I used onion, I used ginger powder, garlic powder, I used curry, and I used dry thyme as well. Now you need to bear something in mind. If you've been watching my previous videos for my samosa and spring roll, I just love to do things myself. So I love to use raw ginger and garlic because the taste is very strong and even gives you a better aroma. I don't know if you agree with me. I'd like to hear from you in the comment section below. If you're cooking, do you like to use the already processed ginger and garlic, or you love the raw ones? For me, I love it raw. But because this production was just too much and I was under the weather, trust me, and I don't even have the strength to do all those things myself, so I had to just use the already made ginger and garlic. And for my seasoning, I used Maggi cube, the meaty one. Yes, because of course I'm using meat. So it gave my meat a very good taste. Trust me, if you have tested this samosa filling, it's just something else. I loved it at the end of the day. Yes, I loved everything about the production because it had a toll on my mental health. Trust me, because I've never done something like this before. This is the first of its kind. Yes, and I love how it all panned out. Trust me, it was really a good one for me. And now let's talk about your mixed meat. Your mixed meat is something you don't want to joke with. Now, the reason why I said I had to rinse it because you don't know how long that has stayed in the freezer. If I had processed this myself, I can choose to just cook my meat and season later. But it wasn't smelling awful, trust me. It was really okay when it was even cooking, because if there's any bad thing in the meat, you would know. But I just had to take all precautions because this is going far and it's for a large quantity. How many people will start explaining to I didn't make the meat myself? So you need to be very careful. These are things you need to look out for. So I had to season myself from the beginning. Now this will help the meat to cook properly and very, very tasty. Do you understand? So at this point, I was stirring to make sure that every ingredient I've added to it, goes in properly and is well combined. Yes, guys. Now, at this point, you can choose to leave your meat open and not, cover it up. But because I wanted to cook properly, I had to cover it up. Though that process I didn't show you guys, I'm sorry, my bad. All right, guys. So I had to give it a very good mix. See, this process or this part is something you don't want to joke with as well. Trust me. So I have to stir it properly. Yes. And there's something else I do. Yeah, I was testing for salt. So there's something else I do at the end of the day just to give aroma, and taking your samosa feeling to the next level. Yes. This time after testing for salt, I had to add more salt because I noticed there was not the salt was not actually catchy enough. Now you need to also be very careful. Even when you're making meat at home or any kind of protein, you cannot reverse salt. It's better for the salt not to be sufficient than for it to be more. And when you're even dealing with crowd, guys, you need to be very careful. So on this production, I was super duper careful. In fact, you see me adding the salt little by little. I could just choose to put it once. But no. This one would not work. It won't work. So I had to just put it, in batches. And at this point, the salt was perfect. So now, guys, one thing you also want to consider is, if you're buying mixed meat, is it profitable? That's the question. I'll answer that question later. So at this point, I'm going to be adding my sesame oil. It gives it aroma. It gives it, this good taste. It takes your samosa feeling from zero. Oh, sorry. It wasn't a zero before. From 80 to 150 or 200%. Yes, at this point I have to also combine properly. So my meat is already looking so cooked. Now let's go back to, is it profitable to buy mixed meat? If you ask me, no, it's not. I cannot buy meat of 10,000, 15,000 and not have more than what I have in my pot right now. I'll be explaining to you what cost went into this production. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be answering all the questions. So you want to also watch the subsequent videos so we all can learn and see how we can make more profits, especially when we're doing pork production, because it can be very tricky at times. You can think you have the old money, but by the time you start buying stuffs, you realize that even most of the money has gone into production, and you don't want that. You want gain at the end of the day, because it took me 3 to 4 days to finish production before I could deliver. Imagine if I'm paying myself for day 1, for day 2, for day 3, and for day 4. I should pay myself a very good amount of money, and even considering those that came to work with me again. So you need to have a lot of gain. Don't be scared to gain for your business and for yourself. It's you putting in the work, so you need to have that gain. Trust me. So at this point, I'm adding my carrots. Now, one thing again I noticed in this production is I could have done more of carrots. Yes, done more of veggies than the meat. Do you understand? So that way it's going to be balanced. But hey, it's more like I gave my customers premium samosa, and that is what I'm known for anyway. So I do not regret any part of it. At the end of the day, see what our samosa is looking like, golden and looking so vibrant. Guys, if you had a taste of this, you would not want to have your samosa made by any other person except Estalicious herself. All right, so guys, let's go to the production of our samosa and spring roll sheet. So this is day 2, and trust me, your girl was looking all stressed and worked out. Guys, you don't want to know what was going through my mind at this point. I was like, hey, Esther, you still have a long way to go, but you know what? We're going to do it. This is what we were born for. All right, guys. So at this point, I was going to start mixing my flour for my samosa and spring roll sheet. So this is my store where I keep stuffs. If you've been watching my previous videos, I make my stuffs upstairs, yes, in my kitchen. But because it's bulky, I had to come downstairs, and people will be coming to join me later. So I had to just give them the room to be very, very free with whatever they are doing. So I'm downstairs this time around there. I was just telling myself, Esther, don't worry, you're going to get there. Okay, so I'm downstairs to start sieving the flour. Now, one thing again you need to put into consideration is do not be in a hurry to make productions. Just do it rightly. I knew I had a lot to do. I could have just said, let me just use a flower like that, but no. Any little mistake can cost you your business. So you don't want to take chances. So at this point, I said to myself, no matter what it's going to take, I must save these flowers. Trust me. Even when the people that are coming to work with me came and it was time for us to make pop-off, I told them these flowers and everything we're using must be sieved. It must be checked properly. I don't make rural production because at the end of the day, you guys will go home, get your money. I'll be the one that customers will be coming back to and saying, how come we saw this, in your flour or in your spring or in your samosa? I do not want that complaint. And I've always been asking God not for me not to have such complaints at all. So I take precautions. Trust me. Even if I'm doing upstairs, after sieving, I'll still have to sieve my liquid. It's that serious for me. And you'll be seeing some particles inside. So it shows that nothing is perfect in this Nigeria, even all over the world. It's not about Nigeria only. So at this time, I'm saving my flour. So you can see my flour there. This production, like I said, I'll be explaining to you everything that went into it. Yes. We used about 1 bag of flour for all the productions. The question is, was it okay or not? I'm not going to tell you that right now. Yes, guys, you have to just watch the subsequent videos so we can understand how and the exact way to plan when you have a bulk production. So guys, let's continue with the video. Enough of my talking. guys, and welcome back to my channel, my faves. Thank you so much. I woke up and I saw 200 subscribers. I asked myself, what have I been doing right? All I can say is thank you all so much. I know I've not been consistent. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got orders to deliver, and that's what has been tying me down. That is slowing me down from making content. So guys, if you've been following this vlog, today is the day 3, of our 1,000 guests packed small shops here. So we kicked off on Tuesday, so today is Friday, and we're going to be delivering on Sunday. So guys, we're about 40% gone, yes, and we have quite a lot to still do. I must tell you the truth. I've been the only one rolling since. It has not been easy, I must confess, but God has been my source of strength, and I give him all the glory. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. So today I'm going to be working from my kitchen. For the past 3 days I've been working from downstairs, but I feel like the job is not that fast because I'm not on my feet, so I'm going to be doing from the kitchen today. Let me see how fast that is going to go. Yes, and I'm going to keep you guys posted. So guys, stay stick to this channel and see how far we've gone for the day 3 of our preparation. So by tomorrow, unfailingly, we should be done wrapping. So Sunday morning, all we're doing is just frying and packing, and you know how tedious that can also be. Yes guys, so I like you to stick to the channel. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I love you guys so much. I'll see you shortly.